Oh, yeah, stuff here, so I thought I'd just start a bit early, make sure everything works. Hello. Come on. Oh, there we go. Right. Hey, Charlie. Hello, Queensland. How is it in Queensland at the moment? Yes, you are first here, followed closely by Charlie from Texas. Hang on, just gonna make some adjustments. There we go. Lecture, say hello. Hot and dry, yeah. Hi, James. So I've got like a little music system DJ thing set up tonight. So I've got speaker. If you want to have music, I can do music as well. I put together a few tracks, on Spotify, so I can play it. If you want some music, that is, you don't have to have music. You just enjoy the lovely sounds of the Grand Union Canal. Hey, Paul. I do. I have rum. Lots of it. And my lovely neighbour in the Narrowboat just down there gave me some uh, chili, chili beans or whatever. You can make a cameo appearance too, Kinks. Come here. Say hello. Yeah, sorry about the time difference. I know it's early in Australia at the moment, but it's kind of sucky timing. It's we're heading to a sunset. Oh, well, this really sucks, doesn't it, people? I mean, I know it's a lovely place to get isolated and be stuck. But seriously, I was only saying on my group yesterday. Um, I'm a social person. I love meeting people and looking at boats, and well, I can't do any of that at the moment. Yeah, it's pissing me off. I am from a little country town in Parks called Parks in New South Wales, but I say Sydney because I moved there when I was 10. So I just say Sydney now for most people. Most people, everyone knows Sydney. No, the fire, God, I do forget, honestly, because we used to have fires like that bonfire would be like commonplace back home. In my parents' backyard, we have fires all the time. It's just, but yeah, look, I get that. I've got a little kettle barbecue. It's not quite the same, but it'll have to do. Hello from Kenosha. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Wisconsin. I think I pronounced that correctly. United States. So yeah, I'm doing lots of photography. I've dug up my SLR, so I'm taking photos of birds, and because I hear them all around all the time. And I got my drone, so I've been playing with that as well. So I've got a few things to kind of keep me going. Of course, um, I am actually going to move the boat tomorrow. I didn't really want to have to move, but uh, for the sanity of my wallet, I need to move. So I've been going up this convenience store up here, up at Road, place called Road. Um, and it's a BP service station, and it's convenient. But shit, like I'm sick to death of paying £2.50 for a less than 2 litre bottle of Coke. Spent buy four of those, and it's 10 quid. Stuff that. So I'm gonna move down towards Cosgrove, not quite in Cosgrove. I need access to better shopping, because if it's going to be like this for the next at least 3 weeks, because it costs me a fortune shopping here. Absolutely is. I'm broke, you know, just, um, just everything's so more expensive, and I can't get everything I want either. So I'm just going to move. It's literally maybe, I don't know, maybe an hour's cruise, not very far away. Hello, Cornwall. Southeast Texas. Charlie, is that where you're from? Are you from Southeast Texas? I don't know. Well, that was bright of you, Charlie, honestly. Bought those new earpieces, and what have you done? Hey, Brian. Yeah, it's beautiful. The weather has been. I forget, living in Britain, how quickly the seasons change. So, yeah, I can't believe it's spring already. And with it brings gorgeous weather. It's been beautiful the past few days. It really has. I think it's gonna like taper off a little bit now, but it's set to continue. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Oh, Mark, Captain Morgan, Spice Gold. Look up there. You go. But for now, I'm drinking Foster's. I held off my last 2 cans of Foster's, my last 2 cans of lager. I held off just for this until tomorrow. Yeah, thanks, Mike. That's my intention. I'm going to go to not sort of in Cosgrove, but just this side of Cosgrove. So if I'm about 20 minutes bike ride away, that'll make me happy. So I want to kind of still remain isolated, um, but still close enough. Because at the moment it's 45, 50 minutes by bike to Tesco, but it's a bumpy road. Like towpath is terrible for riding. So I mean, I got a mountain bike and everything, but forget trying to buy eggs. Like they'll be all smashed by the time I get back. So yeah, and there's a water point and rubbish disposal and stuff down there anyway. So that's where I'm gonna head tomorrow, weather permitting. I think it's gonna be okay tomorrow. And Brian, so what do you drink, Brian? What do you mean Foster's is bad for you? It tastes better over here than it does back in Australia. Yeah, no. Maybe that's just the tap beer. I don't know. It's just different. Just tastes different. Maybe it's the water. Charlie, I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that, let alone work out what the hell it is. Heavy rain due tomorrow morning. Ah, just as I take all the tarps down. Yeah, Electra, what are you doing? Swear to God. So, like I said, like my friendly narrowboater just brought this down. Chili beans or something. Hey, mate. It's like the first cyclist I've seen all day. Yeah, so he's brought down some like chili beans or something, which is so nice. But it's always a magnet for kitty cats, isn't it? You have to make an appearance now, Electra. See? Look, you're famous now. Little darling. Gotcha. Yes. Okay, got grumps now. Dark fruit cider. Cheers, Frank. Sorry, Philip. I mean, Philip. Dark fruit cider. I can't stand that stuff. It's so sweet. I can't do that. I just can't do that sweet. Yeah. Yes, David, it is lovely and peaceful here. I can hear a few distant sound of a few trains go past, the occasional car goes past. Um, but I'll shut up for a minute and you can tell because you can hear the birds on the recording. Oh, more cyclists. Hey,
Hey,
mate,
hey, Dad.
how's it going, right? Yes, Dan, cheers, mate. I haven't forgotten. Well, I probably have forgotten, but thanks for the reminder. So, yes, I will take you up on that offer. It'd be lovely to meet you as well. Um, yeah, when this lockdown eventually breaks, whenever that will be. God, I really feel for you guys. Like, I mean, I feel for me as well. Don't get me wrong. Like, uh, like I said, like I'm a social person. I like to be, talking to people and looking at boats and meeting people and having a laugh. And there's nobody on the canal except a few narrowboats going up to get water. And that's my, yeah, that's the extent of my interaction. So it's boring for me as well. I mean, I've got other things that keep me busy and stuff, but at least I'm not cooped up in an apartment. That wouldn't be good for my anxiety. Oh, that's interesting to know, Brian. Thanks. I'm not going to go to Northampton now because that means I'm going to have to go turn around and do the seven locks again. But yeah, I'll keep it in mind. Definitely. That's cool. That's really cool. I try. God. You want to lick the bowl? Is that what you want to do? You want to lick the bowl? God. There's a dishwasher when you got cats. That's all right. So how are we coping, people? We all right? It's been 3 weeks already, or 2 weeks. 2 weeks of lockdown, I think, hasn't it? Yeah, well, it's not springtime because all the bees are out. All the flies have started coming out as well, and the mosquitoes. It's gonna be one of those. Yeah, bring on summer. In parks. Well, I grew up. That's where I grew up. I was born in Forbes. In a flood. And then grew up in parks for 10 years. And then my parents bought a business, and I moved to Sydney. And honestly, it was hard for me, 10 years old. Having my roots uplifted like that. And later on, I didn't settle through school or anything like that. It was hard. It was hard through my teenage years, but in hindsight, it was probably the best thing my parents could have done. Yeah, moving to the big smoke was the best thing I could have done. Matty, how's it going, mate? How can I forget that shitty insurance job? But I used to go and spend my lunch hours. I used to take a windlass, and during my lunch hour, I would go and help out retirees and older people that couldn't, because the locks going through Manchester are really hard. Like even I struggle with the locks through Manchester, so I'd go down there at lunch and help people. Used to love doing that because it was the canals right there, right behind the office. So yeah, Matt, good to see you, mate. Hi, Eddie. Small bonfire. Is there such a thing? Thanks, Dan. I will look up. I'm not going to go very far though. I don't want to go all the way into Cosgrove. I don't want to do the lock. Just want to sort of, yeah, be a little bit back from Cosgrove. Another area like this would be ideal. That little spot like this would be absolutely fantastic. But we'll see when we get there, I suppose. You know. Oh yeah, sorry, Matt. Plans for after the canals? Well, let's see. I've done about 500 miles so far. Um, but like I haven't really thought that far ahead. I mean, I'm gonna get a new boat. I'm gonna get a narrowboat eventually. Um, life is there life beyond canals? This is life. Love it. Yeah, no idea. We're talking at least 5 years, Matt. Longer, potentially, maybe in 10 years. Until I'm old and, I'm trying to do bloody locks with my Zimmer frame, But, I met people that are, I met one bloke, he's in his 90s. I met him on the Ashby Canal. And he's been living on the canals for 50 years. So, over half his life. So that's pretty, and he's still going. Needs a bit of help now with stuff, but yeah, lovely guy, lovely guy. Yeah, Claire, no. Small fire tonight. Yeah, I mean, I love bonfires, and I was saying before, like, we used to do this all the time at home, back at my parents' place, because they had a big property, and like we just go out and light a fire for, shits and giggles, or go have a barbecue, especially through summer. Um, but yeah, no, unfortunately, baby fires from now on. I honestly, I didn't think anything different because I've seen a few other narrowboaters do bonfires on the side of the towpath as well, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I just kind of assumed that it was going to be okay. Um, but yeah, when I obviously got that video and stuff, I got a bit of a backlash about that. So that's cool.
Evening.
Evening. Oh, lovely. Just what we need. There's a narrowboat coming back the other way. Lovely. Evening. And they literally just got some water. I just saw them go that way and turn around, and they've obviously just gone up and turned around and gone back. Explored any derelict canals? I haven't even got through the the actual dugout ones, let alone the derelict ones. All in good time. I mean, they do exist. I've seen one in my travels actually. In fact, I was just going back through my videos, and there's the Stockport branch of the Ashton Canal. I did a video on it actually, a short vlog. That's the only derelict canal I've actually seen. It's not really a canal, but it's still got remnants of where they used to build the canal. So that's the only one I've seen really. Otherwise, I'm kind of happy exploring the ones that aren't derelict for now. But yeah, it's always something I want to do. I always look out for that kind of thing. Yeah, Claire. I mean, I'm in the public space now, so and people go, oh, I'm going to complain to CRT, and I'm going to do this, and you shouldn't be doing that, and blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh, I should just do it and not tell anybody. But I mean, if I'm going to publicize it, I've got to play by the rules, not upset the base, can't upset the base. Just something else to do. It takes me half a day to go out and find all the firewood, so I can't really do that now. I've got it's all this firewood. So I've got tons left over, and more than enough to fill my own stove in my boat. So, not that I really need it now. It's starting to get warmer, and I haven't really needed to use that much in the way of coal or wood to heat the boat. Still a bit chilly, but it's getting there. It's better. Hi, Matthias. Matthias, to answer your question, yes, I am allowed to drive the boat for essential services only. So, in other words, I am allowed to move the boat to get water, to empty my Elsane if I have a cassette toilet, which I don't, and drop the rubbish off, empty the rubbish, and also go shopping. And added to that, because I was when they first announced the lockout or the lockdown, I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do for a shower? Because I've been used to going to all the gym showers around, and of course everything's shut down. So I actually phoned the Canal and River Trust and I said, look, this is my situation. I don't have a shower on board, like a proper shower. I do have my survival shower, as you all know, but and is this considered to be essential travel? Can I travel down to, say, Milton Keynes, book myself into a hotel just so I can have a shower? And she said, yes, personal hygiene is considered essential. So I'm within my right, if I want to travel to Milton Keynes, book into a hotel and have a shower, because personal hygiene is considered essential. Thank God for that. But I've been using my survival shower, and that's been fine. I had a shower today. It was lovely, just standing out here, um, just on the towpath, having a lovely hot shower. It's lovely. So that'll do for now. So, but just on the part B of that question, Matthias, I'm not allowed to use the boat for leisure cruising purposes. So I'm not allowed to, keep on cruising for the sake of, enjoying myself. It's just strictly for essential uses only. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm moving down to Cosgrove.
Evening.
Evening.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, it's been a bike super highway. I've more bikes passed in the past, hour than I've had all day. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, Matthew. So yeah, technically I can move the boat, um, but only for those reasons. Um, I mean, it's kind of nice in a way because it does mean that I mean, it's to me it's still leisure cruising because I've still got to, I'm still going to enjoy the cruise. It's not like I'm going to be shut away in my boat and like, oh no, I'm breaking the rules, leave me alone. I'm still going to enjoy the cruise down there, but it's going to be short lived. It's like an hour. It's really just so I can go closer to shopping. That's the only reason I'm moving. But at the same time, being down there, there's an aqueduct, there's a river, there's nature walks and parks and all that kind of stuff. So I'll have a completely change of scenery. So that's good in a sense. Not that it really bothers me. It's just, it'd be nice. It'd be nice. Mm. Oh yeah, cheers, Gary. Welcome, mate. Yeah, it's a beautiful spot. I mean, I don't want to leave. Like I said, the only reason I'm moving is to get so I'm closer to shopping. Like I said, £2.50 for a bloody bottle of Coke. Oh, and cat food, double the price. Cat litter, double the price. I'm going bankrupt by staying around here. It's a joke. And I mean, I love the pub. I'd love to support the pub, but they're really expensive as well. I can't buy fresh fruit and vegetables. They're not what I need. So yeah, I have to get near a Tesco. If I'm going to be like this for the next 3-4 weeks, I have to be near decent shopping, or at least closer to shopping. You know what I mean? Yeah, £2.50 for Pringles. Can't wait. There's no Aldi around, is there? Can't wait to go to Aldi again. Really miss shopping at Aldi. I really do, because they're the cheapest of everything. But I have to, Tesco suffice, And to be fair, Tesco do have a lot bigger range, better range and stuff. So yeah. Stephen, I just bought a case of these because they're on special at the convenience store. Just because I wanted some beer because it's been lovely weather and beer weather. But yeah, I tend to try when I'm traveling around. I tend to try local ales. I love ale. Ale's a new thing to me. I haven't really got into it until I got here, and particularly over the past say 6 months over winter. um, yeah, but there's some really, really delicious tasting ales over here. I have to say. But yeah, for the warmer months, definitely lager, and Foster's. Look, I like Carling, so yeah, just decent lager. Oh, thanks, Claire. Yeah, if I ever get a bonfire, I really want to meet a farmer and get on really good terms with the farmer, and then sweet talk them into letting me lease their land so I can have an end of garden mooring. That would be awesome. So then I could have a bonfire any time of the day, any time of night, any time of the year, But it means I could have potentially a work shed and stuff like that as well. So the only problem with end of garden mooring is it kind of ties you down into the one spot, which is great if you want to stay around the same canal. But yeah, that's the only reason I haven't got an end of garden mooring. Yeah, still playing around with the drone. I'm trying to take it up every other day. I do have, God, I've got a whole bunch of deliveries waiting at my partner's place, but of course we're in lockdown, so I can't get any of the stuff, and that includes a battery charger for my drone, like off the drone battery charger. So, and a couple of spare batteries. So it means I'll be able to have battery on charge while I'm using the drone. So that'll be fantastic. At the moment, it's very limiting because it takes about 2 to 3 hours to charge a battery, but I only get 30 minutes flight time. So that's fine, but it just limits my use a bit. So, um, but yeah, I'm slowly getting used to it. Practice makes perfect, I guess. Yeah, it'd be real interesting, Gary. I've actually not been to a major supermarket since the lockdown, and I know Tesco have done a lot of changes in store and what have you, to sort of crowd control kind of thing. So it'll be very interesting. I'm going to try and bide my time though, and just maybe arrange to go there at first thing in the morning, like when they open, because I'm usually up 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning anyway. And I just figure, well, and the sun gets up really early now too, so there'll be a lot more light around early in the morning. So I think I might just do that. Go really early, first thing in the morning. Avoid the rush, hopefully. Yeah, Andre. If I was a yeah, if I yes, if I knew the money was going back to local people, that's the thing. I don't know even with the pub up here, I'm sure they're supporting the local farmers, but I don't know 100%. So, um, um, yeah, but unfortunately, like, unfortunately, farmers don't supply everything that I need anyway. So it's a bit. I love supporting the local people, I really do. But there comes a time when you just got to kind of bite the bullet and go shopping at a big supermarket. Gary, well, I'm new to boating too. I mean, I have had my parents have had boats and stuff like that, but I'm new to boating in this country on canals and stuff. Um, Given I've got such an old boat and a bloody old engine as well, yeah, it stresses me out more than you can, more than more than I can say. Uh, and I have broken down in the middle of nowhere. I broke down the Calden Canal. I was there 2 months. So, what can you do if you break down in the middle of nowhere? At the time, I was with River Canal Rescue, so they were coming, take off the engine, brought it back, take off the engine, brought it back several times. So I don't have to do anything except sit there. So that's the only thing that kind of can get to you. It's like now, it's the isolation. And down on the Calden Canal, it was nowhere near a water point. I had to go and get firewood to keep warm for the boat and stuff. But there's ways and means. You can get around things. Excuse me, miss. God, she loves packets. Anything she could get her claws into, like anything plastic. Oh my God. I probably will eat that now. Yeah, look, I mean, you just gotta sort of take it as it comes, Gary, I guess. I mean, it does stress me out as well, but I've become more relaxed in the past year. Can you believe it's a year? It was a year on, what's today? Thursday. It was a year on Tuesday that I first started sailing or cruising. We can't get used to it, Gary. I mean, and if you do break down, then the first phone call always is the Canal and River Trust licensing. They always speak to the licensing officer and I explain the situation. And then if required, I always send them an email. Always keep the Canal and River Trust in the loop. Always. And it's brought me a lot of friends, maybe a lot of friends because like when my control cable snapped when I was down at rugby, I would be sending them updates every week. Just a simple email saying, look, still waiting on the part, I'll be out of here. Because I am a legitimate continuous cruiser. I don't take the piss. There's a lot of continuous cruisers who say they follow the rules, but just go up and back, up and back, up and back, or try and stay in the one spot too long, So I'm actually a genuine continuous cruiser. So I'm very genuine with my responses to the Canal River Trust. And I'm very honest and open about the situation. And I think they appreciate that, So whatever happens, mate, just bear in mind, just keep them in the loop. Just even if it's for 6 weeks and you can't move, just keep them in the loop. And then, through things like my Facebook group, mate, if you're broken down, just put a message up on there. There's bound to be someone who can come and help you, or come and help you take off the engine and replace it with another one. I've got a spare here that, Keith Prosser, he gave me his old engine. So I've got a spare engine. Mine is working fine now, but I've got a spare engine. So, I mean, if someone like you, Gary, broke down and your engine was died or something like that, at least I could potentially give you one of these, So it's good to have as a spare for anybody, not just me. So I've learnt to become a lot more relaxed with my engine. And I've fixed a few things as well, which is good, but, it does still stress me out. Like you wouldn't believe. Every time I go near it, every time I go near the pull cord, I'm like, will it start? Will it start? Yeah. I have panic attacks before I go and start my engine. And I'm not joking. I do have panic attacks. Mark, about the Great Barrier Reef. I have been to the Great Barrier Reef twice or three times. Maybe three times, actually. Um, Not sailed around, not like hired a yacht or anything like that, or bought a yacht, if only. Yachts are pretty expensive in Australia. um, but I have been to the Great Barrier Reef a couple of times. Beautiful, most beautiful. Yeah, I mean, there are some really beautiful parts of the world, aren't there? Great Barrier Reef is one of them. But not just the reef. We travelled to check out on Google the Daintree Rainforest. That's Daintree. Daintree Rainforest. Beautiful. That's the only thing I miss. I miss tropical rainforests or even subtropics. It was almost like that down the not the Grand Union, the Shropshire Union. When I first came through there, it looked like Jurassic Park. It's awesome. Um, yeah, it's weird. Do you know what? The sunset, it's pretty weird. There's a big cloud on the horizon every day for the past 5 or 6 days, completely blocking out the sun. It's been so annoying. Like during winter, I love it during winter because you get lovely, beautiful colors and stuff. But anyhow, oh, it's getting a bit chilly. Might have to light a fire soon. What do you reckon? Got plenty of firewood. My first lot, Gary. Yeah, I have to say, my first lock was, uh, which one was it? In Manchester, Duke 92. And I'll never forget it because the way you have to open the frigging gate is you have to pull this chain and you have to wind it. And I couldn't work out which way I was going. Was it going this way or that way? Eventually I figured it out, but you have to, and really hard. Like the locks through Manchester are some of the hardest I've ever experienced. And they're all double width locks as well. So, yeah, that was really hard. And being a double width lock too, the amount of water that goes into those things. And it was like, pushing the boat all around. I was knocking around in the lock chamber, my little my little boat. Um, yeah. So, but I mean, you get used to them. Well, you have to really if you want to cruise the canals. Uh, yeah. I do prefer the single canals though, or the single locks. They take no time to fill for a start, and the gates are usually a lot easier to open. These up here, oh my god, huge, big. God, they're so heavy. Even I struggle. Yeah, they're so heavy. Oh, thanks, Claire. You're so sweet. On my health, detrimental. Too much booze, Smoking too many joints. You know, I don't. I must be. Yeah, I must be every. It used to be. I'm sure it used to be every 1 in 5, but maybe that was because I was up in Manchester. But I swear, maybe every 1 in 10. Every 1 in 10 boats smoke something. Or they drink like fish. No, it's been okay. Like because I don't eat a lot either. I tend to manage my weight, so it hasn't been such an issue. I put on a few kilos since I got the boat. It's all those pub meals I had, back down at Braunston and stuff, but my well, when you say health, Claire, my physical health probably taking a bit of a beating. Drinking way too much rum. Like I said, making way too many joints, and then getting the munchies and eating way too much junk food as well, biscuits and stuff like that. But for my mental health, and this is, I was wondering if it will come up tonight actually, because I recently watched the video from Foxes Afloat that Colin did about his mental health. And I thought it was just so inspiring and really brave as well. I wrote him a bit of an email and just said, mate, like, I think you're absolutely fabulous. You're so inspiring. Because I, like a lot of people, suffer from anxiety and depression and have done all my life. So I can really relate to Colin's story. So in terms of my mental health, Claire, I don't get depressed anymore at all. I still suffer from anxiety. Like I said before, every time I go near my engine, I get a panic attack every time I go near my engine. And like I've been a chronic nail biter all my life as well, so I still have anxiety. And when things bugger up or things don't go right or the engine cuts out, I have a panic attack. But I don't get depressed. I How can you get? I don't know. I don't know. Get a little bit depressed maybe if I've been in the cabin too long. I get cabin fever or something like that. Then it might be a bit of a problem. But I know what that is now. I know how to combat it. So it's not such a huge issue. But yeah. But generally speaking, my general health and well-being has been pretty good. So yeah, thanks for asking. I would certainly recommend it if anybody suffers from depression, particularly depression. This is probably one of the best places to be. Anxiety, yeah, things go wrong on a boat, and I am learning how to deal with them more and more as I go on, but I still let things get to me. Like I said, I still have panic attacks. Uh, the engine cuts out, or I have a head-on collision with another narrowboat. I had a panic attack after that as well. So I still got the anxiety bit, but it's not nearly as bad as what it's been in my life. Um, so all through my work, my career, and all that kind of stuff, used to suffer from them greatly, panic attacks. But yeah, they're few and far between now. They're few and far between. But yeah, and my mental health is mostly pretty good. Yeah, still have a few rough days, but you get there. Right, well, I'm getting cold, so I got a lot of fire. And I need a slash. Have you heard that term before? Slash and Waz. See if you know where that came from. Need a slash. Need to go to the toilet at some point as well. Beautiful. Oh. That fire's not looking very good, is it? There we go. So Chloe, I hope that's answered your question regarding, my health and stuff. Yeah, only I'm really crap at rolling joints, so I usually get other people to roll them for me. Yeah, I've even looked at YouTube, because it's all legal in America and stuff, it's huge in America. And of course, they've got videos. People show you how to roll joints on videos on YouTube and stuff. I'm hopeless. Still, I watch it. I'm still hopeless. I just forget it. Yeah. The thing about anxiety and depression, I wasn't bloody smoke. Just had a shower. God, what's it with the cyclists today? I don't know. Like another cyclist. Yeah, Claire. I wasn't sure if I was going to bring this up or not. I mean, I've openly said I smoke joints and things like that, but to curb my anxiety and depression at one point, I kind of got in with the wrong crowd and started using drugs. Um, and the hard stuff as well. So for about 10 years, I battled drug addiction. Um, and yeah, it was the love of a man actually who got me out of that rut. My current man, Duncan. Yeah, I was in a pretty bad way for 10 years. Yeah, I was hard. Um, if you want to know more details about that, sing out. I'm an open book. Like I don't. If what I can say can help other people, then great. You know. I never thought I'd really say that publicly. Um, come out like that, but I noticed that Colin did as well. So he actually gave me the strength to actually and the courage to actually say something like that publicly. Because I mean, most people see I'm a pretty chill guy, right? But behind the scenes, cursing and swearing, fuck this and screw that, and this is not working, and this is broken, and yeah. Sometimes it gets to me. Totally legal in Canada, really? Wow. It's no chance in Australia. Absolutely none. I mean, as if Australia wasn't a police state before coronavirus. You know, it's become even a worse police state now. Let me tell you, far out. We've got lucky. We really do. We're not forced. I mean, we kind of are forced, I guess, because police are issuing fines, right? But it's still a request. It's not, you know, people can still decide to just go out and ignore the curfews or ignore the advice from the government. It's not a crackdown. But in Australia, it would be. It would be pretty, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, Mark, you're absolutely right. So my demon was crystal meth. There you go, I've said it. It's yeah, almost destroyed me. And I swear to God, if I hadn't met Duncan, I'd probably either be in jail or I'd be dead now. So, and we're only talking a few years ago as well. It's not like it happened 2 decades ago. It's a fairly recent thing. But yeah, it almost destroyed me. It destroyed my mouth. That's why I had 2 root canals done over here in England, because I've lost 5 teeth to that habit. And I wasn't prepared to lose 2 more, because that would have been 7. So it would be 7 teeth I've lost due to drug use. I find it easier to talk about now, though, you know, and you know, a lot of people. I have helped a lot of people by, you know, being able to speak my mind. But yeah, thanks, Colin. Thanks to Colin from Foxes Afloat, because it was his video and his bravery and his courage that gave me the strength to do it as well. I thought that was really, really, really cool of him to do that. But we're over it, you know. Like I still have occasionally still have pangs about the drug and stuff like that. Like, I'm just glad I never got into heroin. Fuck. Sorry for the French, you know, but just it, yeah. I'm here now, and I'm not depressed at all, in any way, shape, or form. And this is my life now, you know, and I'm very grateful for that. I'm very humbled by it. Anyway. Hey, Dave. Quit vodka. Yeah, I've never been into vodka. I don't mind it with Coke or in a cocktail or something, but yeah. Um, yeah. Malibu. That Malibu was the first drink that I ever got completely and utterly smashed on. I was at school. You know, one of those year 12 parties, you know, house parties. And I drank an entire bottle, 700 ml bottle of Malibu. Oh my God, I was so sick. I was so sick. And I've never touched Malibu since. Oh, hideous stuff. Yeah, Mark, I am, you know, compared to how I used to be. Yeah. I mean, you know, I was even on antidepressant medication for years as well. I've still got some. Just thought I carry them just in case. You never know. But I haven't needed them, so I'm not taking them. But yeah, for years I was on antidepressant medication. Um, but I'm off all that now. I have been for a couple of years. Right. better. I was just saying when they're getting firewood and clouds come back where they go, you're like, when are you going to dye your beard? Yeah, never. What, don't you like the grey? The grey and white. You know, I've got Gandalf beard. So, no, I'm not going to dye it. I'm going to grow it for another year. Because it's been growing for a year. So I'm going to grow it for another year. Try and get really long. And then get Viking braids or plaits or something. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. I haven't even looked at it yet, really. But that's the plan. Dave, any lovely wildlife there? Absolutely. In fact, I got a fantastic shot with my camera yesterday of a heron in mid-flight. It's actually on, I'm not sure if I've published it yet. No, I published it on Facebook, I think, but I haven't published it anywhere else. Yeah, mid-flight, fantastic. And I went up for a ride yesterday and got some shots of some lambs. Oh. I set the alarm for 2 minutes to 8 so we can do for NHS. But I've got a pan today as well. So in a couple of minutes. Do you know, Dave, I haven't actually seen a kingfisher yet. I hear them, but I haven't actually seen one yet. I haven't seen a lot of things. I haven't seen a badger. I haven't seen a mole. I've seen a dead mole. I mean, my cats pick up moles occasionally. But as like for British wildlife, I've seen very little. A few birds, herons mainly. Yeah, I haven't really seen that much, to be fair. But I've started using my binoculars, and I've got a book in there about classifying birds and all that kind of stuff, English birds. So now that I have a lot more time on my hands, like a lot more, I've started exploring nature a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. So Paul, our visa, it'll be, what's the date today? 16th. It'll be 4 years we've been in England on the 22nd of April. We've got 1 more year on our visa, and then we can apply for indefinite intent to remain. And then after that, that lasts a year, I think. And then after that, we can sit our British citizenship tests and get our passports. That's the aim, I think, is to become British citizens. Because I don't want to leave. I don't want to go back to Australia. It's too lovely here. Right, it's 8 o'clock. Time to clap, everybody. I've got a pan today. Thank you, carers. Thank you, NHS. I don't know. It's the thought that counts, right? You know, like I don't have to go keep on banging that. It's hurting my ears. Right. Time for the good stuff. Hey, Sean. Not been to Kent yet. I am getting there eventually. But yeah, like, slowly but surely, you know. Like, I know there's no canals down there, but, you know, um, it is on the agenda, a place to go. And Ireland as well. Someone mentioned Ireland too. I've not been to Ireland either yet. I mean, it's a tiny country in comparison to Australia, but it's still a big country. There's so much to see here. You know, like we haven't even scraped the surface of places to go. Um, yeah, the canals is fine though. Canals is good for now. Love Scotland. Absolutely adore Scotland. But yeah, like I said, I haven't been to Ireland yet. So yeah, maybe one day soon. Oh, my cats. Yeah. Come here. This is Electra. This is the tabby. Electra. Oh. Oh. And the black one. Kika. The black one is Kinka. Oh, thanks, Claire. You want to get me some extra biscuits? Because I need that. Because that's the other thing, like, you know, cream biscuits. My God. A tiny little pack of cream biscuits at the convenience shop is like $1.80. £1.80. And I'd be buying them, you know, Tesco for 40p. Absolute daylight robbery it is. That's why I'm moving. Yeah, I mean, look, I've lost a few patrons actually. Um, I mean, the interesting thing about like Patreon, um, is like I had one person say, "Oh yeah, like I'm gonna support you. I'm not going anywhere," and then they disappear. I wrote him an email. I haven't heard anything back, so I can only assume that you know he's lost his job or made redundant, or you know, with everything going on at the moment, just everything's just stopped, hasn't it? So everyone's trying to count their pennies, you know, and save their pennies. So I can fully appreciate that. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I've lost a couple of patrons. So thank you, Claire. I appreciate it because it really will help me out at the moment because things are a little bit skint. But and yeah, certainly not paying bloody prices up there on the convenience stop anymore. That's ridiculous. Yeah, think about our visas, right? So we have to, uh, yeah, we'll have to apply for indefinite intent to remain. That takes a year, and then we can apply for our British passport. So it's not going to happen for at least another couple of years. So I'm not going anywhere. um, yeah, yeah. It's been an amazing 4 years though. It really has. It's gone like that. It's gone so quick. Yeah, Claire, that's exactly what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm moving the boat down further to Tesco. Because, yeah, like I said, I'm not going to pay up. I'm going broke shopping up there. Far out. I mean, it's a lovely ride. Don't get me wrong. Like, I really like getting my bike and my trolley and stuff out, but oh, I better feed the fire. Yeah, it's just pretty good bankrupt. Well, oh, look at the colours. Oh, I love the colours. I really do. Just gonna stand up here. Beautiful. Yeah, you know something, Claire? I've actually switched off monetization on my channel. Um, you need 1,000 subscribers to monetize YouTube, but honestly, for the piddly little amount they give you, and it doesn't really suit the style of my channel either. So I just switched it a whole lot off. So this super chat thing that you do is really the only other extra bit of money I get apart from patrons. You know, so thank you, really appreciate it. But yeah, other than that, I don't monetize my YouTube channel. I don't see the need of it. It annoys me. I mean, I pay for YouTube Premium, so I don't get the ads. But when I didn't have YouTube Premium, oh, watching those ads, because they're never relevant about anything that to do with what you want to look at, you know. So yeah, I'm just yeah. So no, I'm not gonna put people through that, you know. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of narrowboat channels make really good money out of it. That's how they survive. But it all just seems like a really big push to, I need more money and more money and more money. I'm like, well, I get a little bit from a few patrons, and that pays for my license and my food and my rum, um, you know, and my petrol. You don't really need a lot of money to, well, especially not this boat either. I don't see the other thing. If you have a narrowboat, and I will be probably getting a narrowboat at some point, is you've got to black it, and you know, when things go wrong, they can be more expensive and stuff like that. But you don't really need a lot to live on the canals or live on a boat, you know. So I tend, for that reason, I tend not to watch a lot of the narrowboat channels because I don't like the feeling of being, you know, pushed to like something or pushed to subscribe or go and check out. I know we've all survived somehow, but I just, yeah, I find some of them it's a little bit too pushy. Anyway, that's just me. I don't do this for the money. I do this because I love doing it, and I love sharing the experience with people. Look, you know. Well, yeah, thanks, Clay. I don't expect you to do a super chat either. It was really interesting though. The first time I did it was when I Foxes Afloat live, and when there's 1,200 people online, you kind of need to pay for a super chat just to get your message heard, and I thought that was a bit ridiculous. Um, just to highlight a message. Whereas, I mean, I can see you've done it, but it would have taken me a little while just to sit there and get to you. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's one way of getting an income stream. I guess if you've got a lot of subscribers, and people send you super chats and whatever else. But this is where I have a love-hate relationship with social media. In fact, I was having a chat with someone yesterday, and not a boater actually. I said, sometimes I just feel like switching the whole lot off. Just off, all of it. YouTube, Facebook, just shut it all down and then just go traveling. And just, yeah. But I like the interaction of it. I like sharing the experiences with people. But, yeah, anyway. My ideal narrowboat. Oh, well, I'll probably get one to start with. I can almost guarantee it won't be ideal. It's probably gonna have to be a cruiser soon though, because, well, I know it's shitty for 5 months of the year, but I can still store stuff on my back deck. And then it's summer, or now, it's one thing I don't have on the boat, on my current boat, is an outdoor area, really. Like, nowhere I can sort of stand up and enjoy the you know, enjoy the atmos. So probably cruiser soon or semi-trade, I'd say. Although, I love the sound of traditional boats. I love the look of traditional boats. Uh, it would be very hard for me to, yeah, not buy a traditional narrowboat. As long as it's got a boatman stove in the back as well, I'll be cruising all winter. I really will. But I think for my first boat, I'll probably get a semi-trade or cruiser stern. And then maybe once I get into narrowboats a bit and learn more about engines and stuff, then I might actually buy a trad. But we'll see. Might even buy a wide beam. Because I've seen like 6 wide beams now. And I've actually been on a wide beam as well. So I've met a few wide beam liveaboards. And of course they got families and stuff, so they need the space, and I understand that. But yeah, I don't think I'll go wide beam. CRT are actually charging a 5% more on wide beams as of this year, which I kind of don't understand really, because they use the same amount of water. you know, if I'm a narrowboat going into a double width lock by myself, I'm still using the same amount of water as a wide beam would, so I don't understand why they're being slugged an extra 5% on their license. But anyway, that's as political as I'm going to get. Yeah, I can stand on my roof. I probably will stand on my roof at some point. I was thinking about doing the recording up there today, actually, because it's such a lovely spot up there. You know, I've got my flip top roof, so I can actually sit up there and stuff as well. So I will probably end up recording up there one day, or doing a live stream from there because it's really lovely, especially over summer. And I often need to stand on my roof when I'm doing locks, so particularly narrow locks. I have to, I can go around the lock, walk around the lock, or walk across my roof to the other side. When I have to get to the other side, that is, yeah. Yes, Claire. Actually, I was just been chatting about it recently. There's a graphic designer on the Yogurt Pots group who's just done us a logo for the group, but I kind of need one now because I need to kind of get with do the merch thing, get a mug. Everyone seems to love mugs, so I'll get a mug eventually, Aussie Boater mug. But I don't know if I'll go the whole merch thing, I'd like it to be something practical. I mean, a mug's practical, so that's okay, but I like to be something a little bit more practical. I don't know, like, I don't know, I haven't sort of worked it out yet, but yeah, but it's a good idea, Claire. It's definitely on the drawing board, on the cards. I've also got something else that I'm working on in the pipeline. I believe that I'm going to be the first boater to ever do it, but I can't say any more than that. But you have to watch your space. But it's a couple of things I'll be working on with a friend of mine. So we're going to try and bring that to you in the next few months, hopefully, if all things go to plan. Super chat. So the way that YouTube work it, you don't actually get paid until you've accumulated like $200, like credit, and then they pay you out at the end of the month or beginning of the month or something. So, but then apparently they take a huge slice, like 30%. And again, for that reason, that's why I didn't really want to monetize. I'm like, well, you're paying me nothing anyway. So you're just going to take 30% of nothing? Patreon don't charge me nearly as much as that, like 5% or something like that. Plus PayPal fees, so it works out to be about 7%, I think. But nothing like 30%. Bloody Google. What a ripoff. What an absolute ripoff. But, that's the price you pay for YouTube. It's free. Doesn't cost me anything. Yeah, there's Flint. I don't know if you saw, Claire, but when my previous video about actually setting up the bonfire, I actually mentioned getting one of those flints. It's been on my shopping list for a year. I've been wanting to get it for ages. So if I get one branded, I think that'd be really cool. It's really that'd be really cool. I'd like to do that. But yeah, maybe a mug, or fire starter. Flint fire starter or something like that. Right, better check on this. Oh, wow, look at the colors. I hope you can see that. It's so beautiful. Lovely shade of pink. It's lovely. Ah, thanks, Nick. Bottle opener. That's a good idea. I like that idea. That's functional, practical. Bottle opener. Yeah. And maybe a stubby holder. Yeah, that's a good idea. Stubby holder. There you go. Oh, yeah. Hey, Doug. How's it going? No, I don't know what happened with the goats. I think they belong to a farm. So, for everyone else, when I get a face full of smoke, when I broke down on the bottom of Bosley Flight, I met Doug, and when River Canal Rescue came out to service my boat, they got confronted by two goats, and they're lovely. They're the friendliest goats in the world, but obviously I've never encountered goats before, so it's quite funny. So, but I think they belonged in the one of the farms nearby. So it was on the Macclesfield Canal. That was funny. No, that's so lovely. Those goats. I love those goats. I have considered electric boat. In fact, one of my mates, Keith, on my Facebook group, is converting his cruiser, his yogurt pot, from a petrol, because I've got his old petrol outboard. He's converting it to electric. So I'm really excited to hear how he goes about doing that because, so when he's finished it all, I'm probably going to try and go and do a video of him actually because I think it would be quite okay on a cruiser, I think, because of because of the low weight. But uh, you need a fair amount of torque, I think, to push a narrowboat. They do exist. Yeah, you can get like a diesel hybrid narrowboat or diesel hybrid engine. Um, so it's just economics, I really think. At the moment, it's cheaper for me to stick with my petrol engine and run that than it is for me to switch over. It's the cost price, initial outlay. I've been looking at outboard engines. You can pick one up for about £3,000, or might be 4,000 or £5,000 actually. Not cheap, but then you've got to have the batteries and the solar and all that kind of stuff added on top to. So it's actually more economical for me to run a petrol engine than it would be to transfer over to electric at this point. But it is something I've been thinking about a lot. Staircase locks. I've only ever done one staircase, and that was on the Colden Canal. It's the first two locks you have to do. And the thing I loved about the staircase, this particular one, with the CRT actually put a sign up that actually explains how the staircase works. And it's really quite simple. Basically, the water from one lock chamber fills that of the other lock chamber. So, yeah, not really that hard to negotiate. Just yeah, not really that hard. Just got to kind of know what you're doing and when you're going to do it. I was a little bit nervous about that as well, but um, I think, is it Foxton Locks? I think is a big staircase, or there's a few of them around. I think if I got to, oh, Bigley Five Rise, that's another one. I think if I did that, I'd probably want to go and have a look at it and see a boat go through it first, um, rather than me trying to take it on straight away. Particularly if I'm doing it solo, I'd want to know what I'm doing before I do it. And that's pretty much the standard with all locks, really. Um, yeah. So, are they difficult? Not the ones on the Colden, just the Etruria on the Colden Canals, the staircase lock there, or a staircase lock, two locks. So that was really easy, actually. And it was a really good introduction staircase lock. So yeah, hopefully that answers for you, Mark. Oh yeah, bottle opener and cigarette lighter. That's a good idea. We all need to light fires. Or candles, or incense. I bought some incense. I've been burning incense in recent times as well. Love incense. Love it. Alrighty, going. Chuck some more wood on this. Oh, that's lovely. Any single women? I don't know. You're asking. Honestly, you're asking the wrong person there. I don't know. I do see occasionally a single woman, but it's rare. It's rare. We're mostly couples or single men mainly. Um, and I don't. Yeah, yeah. It's not really something I really notice because I don't really notice. I just notice people as people rather than their gender. It doesn't really matter to me whether someone's male or female or fat, thin, whatever. It doesn't really matter. They're people, and I love people. So um, I don't really take much notice of that. I don't think. Yeah. Don't worry, Paul. I've been doing this for a year, Paul. I think I know. I think I'm okay with fire safety. I am a good at least 6, 8 feet away from the boat. Anyway, with that fire going, and I have a fire on board as well. So I'm pretty. The only thing I'm still learning about is using coal, because there's so many different types of coal. Like, oh god. That's the only thing I'm still learning, but yeah, I'm pretty good. The only thing I mean, I have seen boats on fire. It's been in the news last year. I think last season, a couple of boats burnt. Um, but really, all you've got to do is you just got to show that the fuel that you're storing or you're using on board, the respect it deserves. Like wood being a fuel, coal's a fuel, petrol's a fuel, diesel's a fuel, gas is a fuel. So, as long as you give it respect, you should never ever have a fire on board. Um, but then again, accidents happen too. So. But I guess it's just understanding what kind of materials you have on board and how they react and things like that. But yeah. No, I'll be right. She'll be right, babe. All right. Got Do I cook on the fire? I do cook potatoes. I not often. I do like baked potatoes, and I cut potatoes in half and then put cheese inside, and then give it a double rub. I used to do it in the my little stove inside as well, but you have to use baby potatoes. Whereas here you can use like full size. You put them in the coals, 10 minutes, and they're absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I do use fires like this for cooking as well, but um, not often, not that often. Yeah, some coal. Oh, don't get me started. If you go to our website, aussieboater.com, and under reviews, under heating, I've started listing all the different types of coals that I've been using. Um, so there's house coal, which is pure coal. And then what happens is they must grind it up or something and then add chemicals to it to make it burn better, cleaner, hotter, all that kind of stuff. So, but different manufacturers make different types. So some are good, some are bad, some have more petrochemicals inside them, some burn hotter, some burn faster, some produce more ash. So it's been a real challenge working out, and of course all the different marinas have their own different types of coal. So it makes it almost impossible to try and find a decent coal. So come winter though, I'm going to go back up to the Coventry Canal, I think. So the supply boat that I know supplies a coal called Newburn, and it's been one of the best I've used so far. So that's what I'm going to use for next winter, I think. Newburn. But there's so many different types of coal. Oh, lovely. What a lovely evening. I'm so glad you could join me. I had like 30 people online before. Fantastic. So I hope you've enjoyed my little rant and rave tonight. And the lovely sunset and the fire and yeah, it's lovely and cozy. So I hope you enjoyed it. I do. I mean, I don't. I do this kind of more now, knowing that I've got an audience. Because I mean, I could have a fire every single night if I wanted. There's so much firewood around. Um, but I kind of don't see the point. I've got my fire on my boat. That's kind of all I really need. It's so much nicer to experience a fire on the towpath with company. So I tend not to light fires when I'm by myself. It's just pointless. It's nice and all, but yeah, much better with company. No, it's Doug. I hope I see you again this year for another cruising session. Are you intending to come back out from Canada? Let me know what you're doing. Because that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like this is why I hate about the lockdown. I can't go anywhere. I mean, I can, but I don't meet anybody. I can't see anybody. I don't. Yeah, it's really. I mean, it's frustrating. It's as frustrating for me as it is for you guys sitting at home. You can't get to your boat. I can't get to do what I like to do, which is meeting everybody and seeing different boats and talking boat life. Miss all that. I really do. Well, it's interesting, Doug. I've got a friend of mine, Charlie. I call him the Charming Charlie. He's been sort of helping me out from time to time. So he lives in Texas but wants to buy a narrowboat. And by the looks of the visa situation, it may look like has to come here for 6 months and then go back home for 6 months. I'm presuming that's the way you work it. So travel for the best 6 months of the year and then go home and what have you got over there? Winter or something at the moment, do you? What are you coping with? Snow. I think you're safe because you live in a Commonwealth country somehow. I don't think they're going to get rid of Commonwealth citizens too quickly, especially after all this coronavirus and also Brexit. Don't forget Brexit. They're going to need all the help they're going to get. This country. So I think yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, I guess but I think if you live in a Commonwealth country, I think they're going to be a bit more easygoing with the immigration laws somehow. We'll see. It's going to be a very interesting 12 months the next year. You live at a ski resort. You lucky bastard. Wow. Wow. Do you teach it as well? Do you teach skiing? Yeah. That'd be lovely. Although I have to say, mate, I do prefer the canals, even in winter. Right, everyone, we're gonna yeah, what's that? Almost an hour. Well, almost 2 hours, hour and a half. That was about what it was last time. So it's a nice time. I hope you've all enjoyed that. As much as I enjoy it. It's much more fun with people though. Just wish I could be sharing it with real people. I wish you could all, you know. Anyway, not to be. So I've got my virtual fire, my virtual friends. But look, I hope you're all kind of hoping you can all stay sane. I know it's a real challenge. It's a challenge for everyone at the moment, I think. So I hope you've enjoyed that little bit of escapism, I guess. Canal, sunset, fire, yeah, rum. Well, Gary, I didn't know what canals were years ago. I mean, I did at the age of 4 when I heard the story Wind in the Willows. But to me, that was just a childhood fantasy that didn't exist in real life. Um, so yeah, I don't regret anything in life. I live life now. Look, I don't even regret my whole drug past. Like I'm living and breathing proof now that anybody can get off drugs. And I've lived to tell the story as well. and share it to hopefully help others. Um, but if there was going to be one regret in my life, that would have been it. But I don't live with regret. I have it as experience now, and that's, you know, it's kind of good, you know. So, but yeah, look, mate. I mean, if things were different, I remember meeting a narrowboater James when I first started cruising, and he's been living on the canals. He's like 46 or something, half his life. I just wish I was living in England 20, 30 years ago. Yeah, wow. I think you're very lucky to have this over here. You really are. Yeah, the rum's kicking in now, but I am losing my voice. So I'm gonna get going soon. I think. Might just chuck on a little bit more wood because it is lovely. All right. Yeah, methamphetamine, ice as it's called as well, crystal meth, hideous drug, hideous drug. My God, and unfortunately, it's taken over the world. Uh, yeah, wow. Anyway, you can ask me that another time. If you get me drunk another night, if you get to meet me and see me on the canals and we have a few rums together, you can ask me all the sort of details about my life back then, and I'll be more than happy to share it with you. But yeah, there you go. Next live vid. I don't know, a week. Depends when. Yeah, probably a week. I like kind of doing it on this Thursday thing. Do the whole. Thank the NHS and carers for their support and whatever. Um, Seems like a good idea. And also weather permitting, I suppose, as well. But yeah, maybe a week. A week seems like a long time now because of this bloody virus. Like, yeah, it's just everything's just stopped, hasn't it? Oh. Yeah, you can go and find drugs pretty much anywhere in the world, mate. Like if you really really want to, but I'll stick with the non-damaging ones. Yeah, like you can go and find your meth if you want, mate, but not for me. Yeah, if you want to lose huge chunks of your memory, lose your teeth, lose your friends, lose your family, yeah, get meth. Great drug to completely alienate all your family, all your friends, spend all your money, and completely destroy your body. Fantastic drug for that. So if you want to have meth, go for it, but it's not for me anymore. And you'll all get to meet Duncan one day as well. I've already told him he's going to do a cameo appearance at some point, you know. So maybe, yeah, after the lock's lifted, and maybe in summer and stuff, we'll do a cameo. Maybe get him to talk about, you know, life on the canals, or life with the boat, or life with me. But yeah, wonderful man, wonderful man. Love Duncan. And like I said earlier, you know, if it wasn't for him, I don't know where I'd be right now. Probably dead. Anyway. Topaz. um, can't please everybody, Claire, you know. It's really interesting when I did actually put that video up, suddenly people that I hadn't spoken to for months or ever suddenly piped up and started complaining. Hilarious. Anyway, I'm not going to let them affect me. I'm happy-go-lucky Nick these days, so yeah, whatever works. I've still got a nice fire. Still a lovely fire. Just not quite as, you know, significant as a bonfire, I guess, you know. All right, well, I'm going to wrap it up, people. I think it's getting dark. Thanks for everyone for joining me tonight. Really enjoyed your company as much. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the scenery and my company and everything. And I look forward to your company in the next one, which will, yeah, probably next week. But I'll do the usual, you know, thing on social media and whatever. Oh, spilled a bit. Oh no, topaz on fire. Thanks, Gary. Nice chat with you, mate. Good luck with your boating adventures. You're gonna have a ball. You're gonna have an absolute ball. It's a wonderful lifestyle. It really is. When we get out of this bloody lockdown business, you know, it'll come. It'll come. You have a great summer, mate. It's beautiful. Everyone's out and about. It's just a beautiful vibe on the canals. It's summer. It really is. It's lovely. Cheers, Jake. Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, my internet's really good down here, Claire. So, you know, like, I'm surprised the stream's crashed, because if it has, it'll be back up again shortly. But yeah, I think that'll do me for tonight, guys. Yeah, 2 hours. It's just under 2 hours. It's enough. And my voice is getting hoarse now anyway, so All right, everyone, have a wonderful week, and we will catch you all very soon.